a lie. No, it's not a lie. It's very real. It's not easy to become a Christian in prison. You're chastised, but what happens? I come out of prison, I've given my life to God, and nobody in the church wants to receive me, right? Nobody wants to hire me. Nobody wants anything to do with me. What am I going to do? I got to eat, right? I got a big label in the back that says convicted felon, don't hire me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I know how to do to survive. It's called survival. So there's a lot that we can do to change this. We can quit spending trillions of dollars fighting these insensible wars and spend that helping our youth to find options to their life. Dealing with mental health, it is real. It is not a label. It is not a concept. It is real. There's people dying of mental health here in America. People getting arrested for drugs, they're not criminals. Allow them, they're addicts. An addict is not a criminal. He's just a person suffering from mental health. So there's just so much that we can do it. And at the end of the day, I just pray. I get up in the morning, I pray. I go to bed at night, I pray. And I just pray that it's all said and done, I've done the best that I humanly can with whatever he has given me. And that's for me. I don't tell people, listen, I'm not telling you, give your life to Christ, everything's going to be fine for you, all your problems are going to go away, your wife is coming back, your kids are getting off drugs. No, I can't say that. I have no clue what the heck is going to happen with you. All I can say is what happened with me, right? And all you can say is what has happened to you. And if it's attractive, you know, if we are, I tell people say, well, how can you believe in God? I said, well, look, so here's the deal. I knew Chuck Colson, right? Remember, I don't know Chuck Colson from Watergate. He was Nixon's lawyer. And he became a Christian, wrote a book called Born Again. But he said the best thing I ever heard him say is this. He said, I know the resurrection was true because the 12 most powerful men in the world were not able to keep alive for 3 weeks in Watergate, and 12 nobodies in the Middle East were thrown to lions, were eaten, were beaten, their children set on fire because they believe in the resurrected Christ. So he says, I know that's when it's true, and that's the biggest thing for me, you know. And I failed also, and to be real is like, listen, it's not all roses, man. I got to stay on my knees every day because I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. But I try every day to be a little better, to be a little better husband, a little better father, a little better friend, a little better Christian, you know. And at the end of the day, I just pray that when people see me, say, hey, there's something different about him, you know. But if people, like I tell people, if you're in the office and everyone's joking and telling nasty jokes and cursing and all that, and they don't care about saying it in front of you, then maybe you need to find out what's going on, because we're supposed to live up for a different standard, you know, not judging anybody, loving people, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And obviously it's an ever-changing journey. And just like you said, just because you become a Christian doesn't mean you're not going to fall or do the wrong things, but kind of picking yourself up from that as well. So what's one thing you can leave with the audience in terms of advice?
You know, the main thing that as far as advice that I can give the audience is, when you look at something in life, ask yourself through what lenses you're looking at it. And your lenses, you're going to look at things through the lenses of your life experiences. But just realize that we get knocked down many, many times in life, and that will never define you. You have hope in life. You have redemption in life. There is a better way. And that better way doesn't necessarily mean more money, because I found joy in a prison cell thinking I was going to lie there for the rest of my life. So don't let your failures, or what you consider your failure, even call them failures. Change your mindset. You know, give importance to what's really, really important in life. Your children, they don't need more things. They need you. You know, spend time with your family. That's the most important thing. Like I tell people, don't come to my funeral to give me. I'm not there. You want to give me love? Give it to me while I'm alive. You know, call your friends. Let's not be so distant in the world that we're living in. And for those that are seeking meaning to their life, or believe in God, or their faith is weak, what I can tell them is this: if God could change the heart of George Valdez, he can change any human being's heart. because I was the most hardened human being in the world. I was not a person that did not believe in God. I was a adamant advocate atheist. I not only did not believe in God, I was against anybody and everybody that believed in God. And the beauty about, the greatest thing I say about that is that when God changed me, he did not wait for me to change. He changed me at my worst. God loved me when I was a sinner. And to a lot of people, it might not mean nothing, Roman, but to me, the day that verse, my master was in the Gospel of John. And the day that, and I read it 100 times. And the day that verse became real to me, I love you when you were a sinner. And I sat there and I thought about all the horrific things I had done in my life, all the death I had seen, pornography, etc., etc. And I'm like, you could love me then? You know? So look at your brothers and look at people. Don't let politics divide us. Love people. Love changes lives. Love changes hearts. And if you don't have a relationship with God, or you don't, or you feel like your life has no meaning, give it a shot. He'll take you and meet you right where you're at. And at the end of the day, when all this will pass. This virus will pass. There will be other challenges that will also pass. And more important is this. My PhD was in the Apocalypse of St. John. People say, when do you think Jesus is coming back? I said, I don't give a damn. And they're like, oh, you're a Christian? I said, well, it's simple for me. Been coming back forever, still not here. What's important for me is that in my lifetime, I'm going to see him. So I'm not worried if he's going to come 120 years from now. All I'm worried about is, how am I going to be that day when I come and see him? Our days here are a gift. We can be here today. If the virus shown you anything to anybody is, our life is just but a fleeting moment. There's more to life. There's got to be more to our creation, Roman, than living 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years in a fallen and broken world. There is more. And I believe that when I die, whenever that day comes, I fear not, and it will be glorious for me. So my mission in life, impact the world, and work my butt off to get my children to come to heaven with me. And that's what I live for.
That's awesome, and a really powerful story and journey. And I really appreciate your stopping by today. Can you let the audience know how they can find you or anything else you have going on?
Yes. If one of the ways is if you go to my webpage at www.jorgevaldez.com and you join our community, you get a free copy of my latest book. If you go to Narco Mindset Journal, you can see what I'm doing with the journal. And you can follow me in my YouTube. I don't make money off of this. All I do is every penny that we get, every book that we sell to Amazon, I got 12 books published. Every penny goes to books to prisoners, to give them hope, to give them redemption, to give them a feeling that people care about them, especially in the times of loneliness. So, but follow us because I'm writing a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of things in the, like I said, in the big major streaming services about my life soon. I've waited many, many years because I wanted the story to be told right. And I recently joined with a studio called Rack on Tour. The Cocaine Cowboys. Two great guys, and we got some amazing projects, amazing works. And this is before Pablo Escobar was there. I was there before he ever made $1. I was making millions. So we're telling stories that never have been told before. And at the end of the day, we're doing it all with one purpose and one meaning is, and that's what I tell. Every drug story that you see, Roman, a poor kid leaves school, does horrific crimes, and ends up in jail or dead. Well, I did this. I was a poor kid. I didn't leave school. I had a college degree, but I did get a life of crime. I did go to prison, but God redeemed me, and I found redemption, and He reinvented me. I have a PhD now. I'm respected. I speak all over the world, and my whole mission is to give people a message of hope and redemption. That there is hope for us. There's tremendous hope. Take your eyes off this virus and say, what is, if you don't believe this God, what is nature trying to teach you? because it's trying to tell us something, right? And so you follow me. There's just a lot of stuff publishing on a daily basis. We're making videos constantly, and they're all to give people positive messages of hope and redemption. And at the same time, a lot of them are entertaining. We're telling stories that have never ever been told before. So Jorge Valdez with an S, PhD.com, and the journal is narcomindsetjournal.com.
Awesome. Thanks again for stopping by.
My pleasure, my brother. I'd love to send you a copy of my book.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, text me your address and I'll be more than happy to. Been a pleasure being with you.
You too. Bye-bye.